What's going on, everybody? Eric Folks, Handsome Healthy Healed here. Just want to talk about this journey. This journey has been different for me. When I first started out, I didn't think that I would be doing content creation to this capacity. For one, I'm not really big on always posting on social media. But I've been consistent for the past, seemed like the last 45, 60 days. I'm not sure. I'm trying not to keep count. And it didn't necessarily start out that way. How it started out for me was I wanted to, like every year I set goals for myself. And every year, not only do I set goals for myself, but I actually write them down. I'm old school like that. I like to write stuff down because I feel like if you write things down, you can kind of remember, and then you can physically touch it, go back to it, look it over, read it. And for me, this year, well, I will say this: every year since I would say 2007. I've written down goals for what I want to happen for the year. It wasn't until probably within the last maybe 11 years or so, maybe the last 11 years, 11 or 12, no, probably about 12, 13, the last 12 or 13 years, I've given my yearly goals, like the goals that I set out for the year. I've given my years, I've given them themes. For example, I've given, like, the year 2009, for me, it was the year of completion. And that for me, I had a lot of different things going on with my personal life leading up to me finally attending college. So for me, it was kind of like a full circle moment for me to start college and start on that journey and whatnot. I feel like I was complete because it had been eating at me for years to get back in school. But so all of that to say, this particular year, the theme for this year, and I write my goals down New Year's Eve or maybe a couple days after the new year. And my theme for this year was 2025, the year to be handsome, healthy, and healed. Did not know that it would turn into content creation, but that was the theme. Been the theme this year. What can I do to become handsome? What can I do to become healthy? What can I do to become healed? Now, in regards to each entity, each component, how can I be handsome? What do I need to do to feel physically or to look physically handsome? Well, some of the challenge, and I'm being transparent about it, some of the challenges that I've been having, me personally, is when my oldest son, Phoenix, was born. Well, prior to my son, Phoenix, being born, I was losing hair. I started thinning at the top of my head. And when Phoenix arrived, I eventually had to go bald. And I have been rocking the bald head for the last 8 years. It's a decent look for me, but that look is not for me. Like, being bald was cool, but I like having hair. So in that aspect of things, in the handsome aspect of things, I'm like, okay, I want to grow my hair back. So what I did was I did some research on trying to rejuvenate my hair follicles and all that kind of stuff at the top, and I started taking Hims. I'm being very transparent about that. I started taking Hims, and I have before and some during pictures, and as you can see, my hair's been growing back because this was super bald at the top. I started taking it probably like August 1st. I think I started taking Hims August 1st. September, October, November. So it's been 3 months already since I've been taking Hims. And they say it take about a year, 6 months to a year to fully see results. But I've been seeing results within the last 3 months. And I finally got my hairline and stuff. You can see my hairline and everything. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that's one aspect of being handsome that I wanted to address and I wanted to fix. Physically, I don't necessarily like the way I look physically in regards to my body type, my weight. Since having children, I gained weight. I had a dad bod, and for the first time in my life, and this is going to sound crazy, for the first time in my life, I could actually feel the fat on the side of my body. I could actually feel like extra skin hanging off the side of my body and everything. And it was weird to me because I've been skinny all of my life, and I've always been fit all of my life. At one point, I was in the best shape of my life when I played college ball in Marygrove. I had 4% body fat. I was in the best shape of my life, and I took pride in that. And after having children, it's like I kind of lost sight of that. Not saying that I'm blaming my children. I'm not doing that, and I don't want people thinking that. But when you become a parent, you kind of lose yourself because you have to focus on being a parent at that point. So for me, I'm like, okay, I need to physically feel handsome. I need to look handsome. So I'm like, 2025, I need to get back in the gym. If I want to grow my hair back out, I got to do whatever it takes to grow my hair back out. And even with my smile, I had been so self-conscious about my smile for the very longest. And like up until like the last couple of years, I had been addressing the issues with my smile. And I had to get wisdom teeth pulled. I had to get fillings and crown. I still got to get my crown. And after that, I'm getting braces. Like I'm really about to get my grill together to where I could feel confident in my smile. Because for so long I haven't felt like I was handsome enough to smile, if that makes any sense. So that's another thing. And then just overall feeling physically handsome, and then having goals. Like I got my goals written down. Like I need to get back into wearing suits again. I love wearing suits. It gives me a level of it gives me a level of confidence that I could conquer the world. I could, if anyone most of the people that know me know my background. I'm used to sitting in rooms with, let's just say I'm used to sitting in certain rooms with people. And for the last couple years or so, I haven't been in those rooms. If I can go deeper later, but I told myself I need to buy a suit. I want to buy a suit. So I ended up buying me a suit. So all of these different things to address the things that bother me, like tackling issues that bother me I've really been headstrong on, and I've really taken and really grabbed the whole idea of being handsome, healthy, healed. Now, from the healthy aspect, I said I got to make sure that my health is in order. I need to make sure that I'm not on track to get diabetes. I'm not on track for the heart. I need to make sure that I'm healthy. I need to be eating right. I need to eat better. I need to cut out eating late at night. I need to cut out eating a bunch of junk food, like Coney at 3 in the morning. Like I need to cut all that stuff out because I don't want to, wake up one day and can't breathe. Like what? I don't want anything bad to happen to me, and due to the fact that I've been eating bad. So I had to change. I changed my diet. I've been eating salad like crazy. One thing, people, if you know me, you know that there are three things that I could eat forever if the world ended. I could eat a salad forever, I could eat soup forever, and I could eat sandwiches forever. Like, that is my thing. And so I started back eating salad, eating soup, as a preference in as opposed to eating normal everyday junk that you can just buy. Either DoorDash or whatever it is. And then being healed. I've gone through some traumatic things dating back to the pandemic, dating back to the start of the pandemic. As many of you know, or some may not know, me and my children's mother broke up. Literally I think it was the night of, or two nights before Governor Whitmer shut the world down. And everything for me went downhill. And I ended up losing my job, working for the city, working under Mayor Duggan. Didn't collect any unemployment. So I basically had to start from the ground up. And I was in a really dark place. So I needed to heal from that. So all these different things for me to feel complete about myself. I need to be handsome, I need to be healthy, and I need to be healed. And then another thing, everyone knows me as folks. Everyone knows the type of background that I have. And for a while, that got lost. So right now, I'm in the process of rebranding myself as a guy that could motivate other men. Like, hey, you can go through trials and tribulations in life and make it out on top. And that's what I want to be. I want to be a motivating force for other men out there who may have struggled with whatever it is. And for me, that's something that's on my heart to do. And that's the whole purpose of Handsome, Healthy, Healed, is me working on myself, self-improvement, being self-aware, and doing the necessary things to make my personal life better, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, so I know the journey is Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's more than one way to count to 10. So I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying sharing my story and bringing you all in, because I'm pretty much a private person, and I've been a private person most of my life. And I figured now it'd be a good time to share that with you all. So here we are. And I've given myself a 2-year deadline to have everything complete for me to feel fully handsome, for me to feel fully healthy, for me to feel fully healed. So we'll see how this play out. I know I'll probably look back at this video like, Jesus, Eric, what in the world? But hey, that's the nature of the beast. Um, I appreciate all the support that I've been getting from everybody. I've been getting followers on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I just and even Threads. Like I appreciate all the support from everybody, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this is going to end up like. I got it. I got it. I have an idea on what it's going to look like, but you guys got to stay tuned for that because I got more for you. But yeah. All right, y'all. Eric Folks, Handsome Healthy Heal. I'm out.